Welcome to TV2 Sports Talk on DMG Channel 2 from Time Warner Cable. I'm WJER Radio Sports Director Bill Morgan, and this week we take you inside Central Catholic boys basketball. TCC winning their first district championship since 1996 over the weekend and are headed for the regionals. Coming up on this week's show, we'll talk with Saints head coach Tyrone Miller and some of the players that have made it happen in a spectacular season, not only a district championship, but an IVC co-championship as well for the black and gold. You can see TV2 Sports Talk every Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock, Friday afternoons at 5, and at other various broadcast times throughout the week. Saints basketball, we take you there next on TV2 Sports Talk.
As a parent, we always want what's best for our child. In the case of one child, it may be going off to college. In another case, staying home and going to college. And yet, in other cases, it could be going right into the workforce. But how will they have the skills to do that? Buckeye Career Center has been the answer for one of our daughters. She's learning to do things with her hands that are going to be very valuable for her in the workplace. And we're excited we have Buckeye to thank for that.
Adults who return to Buckeye Career Center to continue their education usually have one goal in mind. They want the opportunity for a better job. The fact is, adult education programs at Buckeye Career Center are less expensive and provide greater opportunities for job placement following graduation. It's your future. Get the facts. Buckeye Career Center. We put people to work. Find out more about your future at buckeyecareercenter.org.
Searching for quality bottled water? Call Crystal Springs Water Company. Crystal Springs Water is a family-owned and operated company that's been proudly serving the community since 1986. Crystal Springs offers a quality bottled water in a variety of sizes to suit your everyday needs. They also carry a selection of water coolers, cups, bottle racks, hydro pumps, and premium water softening salts. All available for pickup or delivery. Call Crystal Springs Water Company today.
Quick Print Center, LLC, was founded on the belief that we can do quality full-service design and printing while providing excellent customer service. We offer free pickup and delivery to our local customers, as well as free competitive quotes for all our customers. Quick Print Center is a family business that's been serving the printing needs of Tuscarawas Valley for over 37 years. Quick Print Center, LLC, is located behind the courthouse in New Philadelphia. Let us be your solution. Stop by or give us a call for all your design, printing, and promotional needs.
TV2 Sports Talk, talking Central Catholic basketball this week. Saints winners of a district championship, a co-IVC championship, now headed for the regionals. Happy to be joined by head coach Tyrone Miller. And Coach, when you sat down with these guys that are practicing in the background right now, what were some of the goals you set for this team before the season even got underway?
Well, the one thing that we do with our guys is we have them come up with their own goals. So they sit in the locker room, led by the captains and the seniors, and they come up with their own goals. And we have two different things we come up with. We come up with goals, and then we come up with no's, things that we don't let happen every day, no bad practices, no taking plays off, things like that, no straight line drives to the basket, those kinds of things. But one of their goals was to win the IVC. One of their goals was to win the sectional district and the region. So we've hit a lot of those goals. We're hoping to hit some more of them here this week.
Coach, tell us about the growth of this team. Obviously a great run a year ago, getting to the district championship game, falling in what is now a well-documented, controversial finish. But what are the biggest areas of growth that you've seen these guys grow, where they've won the really, really big games, the road game at Highland, the Highland District Championship game, the changes, if you will, between last year and this year?
I think the change is how they approach the game mentally. You know, they take practice maybe a little bit more seriously than they did last year, and they've always taken it seriously. But you can see that extra preparation. Some guys sticking around for extra work after practice and things like that. And they've learned how to close out games. Highland made a big run at us in the fourth quarter, late third and early fourth quarter on Saturday, and these guys had the resolve to take Highland's punch and then deliver one of their own. And that's a credit to them and how they approach the game mentally. It's not easy to do that, to take big shots from a team like Highland and then come back with a nice run of your own to end the game and close out games with free throws and defense. It's just a great change to see that they're able to close out games this year that maybe we weren't able to close out last year.
TCC head coach Tyrone Miller, our guest on TV2 Sports Talk. Coach, obviously you guys are focused on Mogadore, the opponent, on Tuesday night, but I guess give us a preview of them and what you know about people like St. Thomas Aquinas and JFK on the other side.
Yeah, Mogadore, first of all, is a very well-coached team. They have a lot of good guards. They're going to shoot a lot of threes. They're going to get up and down the floor a little bit. They can really score the basketball. The other teams in the region, we actually got to scrimmage Warren JFK this year. We were a little short-handed in the scrimmage, but they've got a lot of nice size. They have two really big kids in the middle and one really nice shooter. And then St. Thomas Aquinas, they were state runner-up last year. They return a lot of scoring and a lot of defense from that team. And they're really well coached too. We played them the last couple years in the regular season, didn't play them this year. But if we have another matchup with them, then we'll consider ourselves fortunate to be playing on Friday night against them.
Coach, you've spent playing career, coaching career in the IVC. What do you think it is about IVC basketball? This year it's the Central Catholic Saints. Other years it's been Highland, it's been Garaway. It is arguably, I think, and some people say you're a homer, you're in T County, but one of the best small school conferences in the state. Why the continued success? This year the Saints, and like we said, other schools have had that success as well.
Yeah, a lot of schools have that tradition and have that expectation level. I think Garaway and Garaway's won, I think it's like 10 straight sectional championships or maybe more. Highland is always there in the district, in Malvern. They've got great coaches and great tradition, and the kids really buy into that. That's what we're trying to build here with the tradition and making the district tournament an every year thing for us, not just hey, it's every couple years. We want to be there every single year in the district tournament with a chance to go to Canton to the regional.
TCC head coach Tyrone Miller, our guest on TV2 Sports Talk from DMG Channel 2. Coach, when it comes to the matchup on Tuesday night, before you guys come out of the locker room, I'm sure you'll be emphasizing it in practice all this week, but what will be 1, 2, 3 things you tell the guys, here's what we have to do to play Friday?
The biggest thing, no matter who you're playing, no matter, what kind of team they have, is you have to rebound the basketball. That's one thing we've really emphasized in the second half of the year is we have to rule the glass, because if we defensive rebound, it leads to transition for us, and if we offensive rebound, it gets us higher percentage shots on the offensive end. So that's probably first and foremost. And the second thing, Tuesday night especially, is we have to get out and we have to contest shooters. It's something we did a really good job with against Highland on Saturday. They have so many shooters that they can spread the floor and knock down a lot of shots, and Mogadore is very similar that way. So we've got to get out and contest their shooters, make them feel uncomfortable, and make them do something that they don't normally want to do.
Coach, as we close out, how important is the mental part of the game? You got to rebound, you got to hit shots, you got to play defense. But say, going into the Saturday game against Highland, with your guys knowing what the results were at that level in that game a year ago, did you have to convince them, hey, you can win, or you guys already knew you could win because you won at their place?
Yeah, it's funny that you say that, because we talked all week about just doing our job. We knew that we had a good plan in place because it's worked in the past. We just had to go out there and do our jobs and execute the plan. We try not to make the game bigger than what it was. It was 32 minutes of basketball, and a lot of people hype things up, and there's a lot more people in the stands than maybe there are for a regular season game, but it comes down to 32 minutes of executing what we need to do and our guys doing our jobs.
Coach, certainly thanks for your time. Best of luck this week.
All right, thank you.
Central Catholic head coach Tyrone Miller. And coming up as this week's show continues, we'll talk with two of the TCC seniors making this great success happen, Mitch Herron and Alex Milliman, when TV2 Sports Talk this week rolls on DMG Channel 2.
Welcome to the UPS store located at 513 Mill Avenue in New Philadelphia, across from Newtown Mall in between Staples and Lowe's. We offer UPS shipping, freight services, DHL international shipping, and accept prepaid UPS packages. We carry an array of packaging and moving supplies. Let our certified packaging experts prepare your shipment. We do more than just shipping. We also offer black and white and color copies, mailboxes, faxing and notary service, as well as full-service printing. From business cards to yard signs, we print everything in between. Visit us Monday through Friday, 8 to 6:30, or Saturdays, 10 to 4.
WJER and TV2 would like to introduce you to a new website, WJERTV2.com, where you can watch exciting high school football, soccer, and volleyball replays from TV2 Sports on your home computer, smartphone, or tablet. Also watch the latest episodes of TV2's original programming, Sports Talk, The Garden Girl, The Not So Shy Chef, Off the Record, and Medical Minutes, as well as catch up on local community news and search for local businesses. So make sure to check out the new WJERTV2.com community website where everything's local.
As the area's leader in direct-to-garment printing, you won't be surprised by Dennison T-Shirt Graphics' huge range of services: screen printing, banners, engraving, graphic design, and embroidery. They offer just about anything you can imagine, like shirts, mugs, hats, plaques, trophies, and more. They're located right here in New Philadelphia on the south side and on the web at DennisonT-shirt.com.
TV2 Sports Talk continuing on DMG Channel 2 from Time Warner Cable, talking Central Catholic Saints basketball. Central Catholic winning a district championship over the weekend with a big victory over Highland. Joined by Mitch Heron and Alex Milliman, two of the talented seniors on this team. Mitch, we'll begin with you. Anybody who follows high school basketball in our area is well aware of what happened a year ago when you guys played Highland down at Meadowbrook. How sweet was it for you guys to get that win at the same place over the school that won in controversial fashion a year ago?
It was nice to get one back. We've been looking forward to that game for over a year, and it was just nice to get that win and win a district for the first time since 1996.
When you talk about the accomplishments you guys have had this year, winning a district championship, winning a co-IVC championship, where do you think, looking at those two accomplishments, the team has improved the most from you guys as junior year to where you are now?
I think we just experience and having more guys and come off the bench, and a lot of guys have stepped up along the way, and it's just been huge down the stretch so far.
Mitchell Heron and Alex Milliman, two of our guests on TV2 Sports Talk. We talk Central Catholic Saints basketball. The Saints in the Division IV Sweet 16 this week, taking on Mogador in the regional semifinals in Canton. Alex, looking ahead, how much do you guys know about Mogador? How much preparation do you get when you battle a team that you really haven't seen before other than in the tournament?
Well, our coaches always do a great job preparing us. Just yesterday, our coaches were swapping film, getting us prepared. They're sending out films, getting us scouting reports. Our coaches do a great job with preparation.
Tell us a little bit about your role in the win in the district semifinals. You guys knocked off Malvern. You really had a good game, 12 points and 5 rebounds. That's an opponent that you guys are incredibly familiar with. You play them twice a year in the regular season, sometimes at tournament time. What did you guys do best a week ago in the middle of the week to get that district semifinal victory?
We're just playing our game, executing the game plan coach has for us. Rebounding the basketball is obviously a big part. In the regular season, we gave up too many offensive rebounds to them. We're really trying to do a better job of keeping them off the glass and just forcing them to one shot.
Certainly, as the big post player on this team, you had a big task in that when you talk about a guy like Mitch Loomis, who's a very talented basketball player, and he had a very good first half. You guys limit him a little bit in the second half, especially as the third quarter and fourth quarter unfolded. Did you guys do anything different defensively?
We were trying, all week in practice, we were planning on playing behind him, like you said, in the first half, we saw he had a field day with that. So I told coach we had to front him, and we did a lot better in the second half once we started fronting him.
Alex Milliman and Mitch Heron are our guests on TV2 Sports Talk this week, talking Central Catholic Saints basketball. The Saints, one of two boys basketball teams in the regionals this week. Of course, TCC in Division IV, the Dover Tornadoes doing the same in Division II. Mitch, I've known you since you were, this high. Now you're taller than I am. You were a really good all-around athlete. You played baseball, you played basketball, you played football. I guess as your high school career got here, what made you decide to lock in on hoops?
I just felt like my passion's always been with basketball, and I guess I bought into Coach Miller's program, and I just felt like being a one-sport athlete, and I really feel like it's paid off for me.
What's it like to get, I know you guys want to win as a team, that's what Coach preaches and that's what you guys believe, but when you get a chance to get recognized as the district player of the year, what was that like when you found out?
I mean, it was an honor, but I mean, it's all about the teammates and what we've accomplished as a team. So, I mean, it took a back seat to winning an IVC title and winning a district championship.
What was that like to go to Highland and talking about the regular season game and winning there, something no team from this school has done in an extended period of time? We talked about the sweetness of beating them in the tournament. What was that like to beat them on their home floor?
I mean, it was pretty remarkable, honestly. To finally beat them in my 3 years at the varsity level, that was our first time beating them at Highland. So it was a big win for us, especially to win an IVC championship as well.
Mitchell Herron and Alex Milliman, our guest on TV2 Sports Talk on DMG Channel 2 from Time Warner Cable. Mitch, when we talk about what you do, people know you shoot the three ball well, and not taking away anything from the big guys, but I mean, you know, they're shooting layups. So how did you work on specializing that three-point shot? Not everybody can step outside the arc and knock it down the way you do.
I don't know, I just took a lot of reps in the off season. I spent a lot of time in the gym, so I guess that's how I shoot it so well, I guess.
Now, what's it like having Dad on the bench? Is that good? Is that bad? Is that somewhere in the middle?
It's nice, just to experience all this with him. It's been really nice for my senior year and everything.
Alex Milliman and Mitchell Herron. We're just talking with our guest on DMG Channel 2. Alex, let's look ahead for you. Obviously, you guys are going to graduate in really what's going to be a blink of an eye in the spring. I guess what's ahead for you in terms of going to school, playing sports, somewhere in the midst of all that?
Unfortunately, I won't be playing sports in college, but I've been accepted to the University of Cincinnati, and I'm waiting to hear back from the University of Notre Dame. I'm going to major in engineering.
And you want to do what with that engineering degree? Do you know yet, or is that something that's still sort of off the radar for now?
That's a little bit off the radar for now.
Fair enough, fair enough. And Mitch will ask you the same question. Do you know what you want to do when it comes to graduating and going on to bigger and better things after a great career here at TCC?
I'm undecided where I'll be attending college, but I plan on majoring in accounting.
And when you talk about what you guys hope to accomplish, you guys are getting, and deservedly so, a lot of credit for winning that co-IVC crown, winning the district championship. But you guys aren't ready to stop. You want to forge ahead.
Yeah, I mean, our ultimate goal is still ahead. So we got a big game Tuesday, and we'll go from there.
It is all a part of Central Catholic Saints basketball. Our focus this week on DMG Channel 2 from Time Warner Cable. Coming up as this week's show continues, we'll talk with a couple more of the players certainly making things happen this week for the Black and Gold right here on TV2 Sports Talk.
I'm John Maselli, and I would like to welcome you to the Sunnyside Store restaurant. Since 1999, we have served over 500,000 meals. We specialize in steak, pasta, and the patron special, ribs. The Sunnyside Store is located at 5495 North Worcester Avenue in Parral. Hours are Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, we open at 9 a.m. for breakfast. For more information or to schedule an event in the banquet room for groups of 40 or smaller, call 330-364-5474. This is John Maselli inviting you to the Sunnyside Store restaurant.
You can create a lasting legacy with a gift to the Tuscarawas County Community Foundation. It provides a safe, trustworthy, philanthropic choice for your estate planning needs. Through the generosity of area residents, the foundation has been able to provide nearly $5 million in funding for a variety of community projects and student scholarships that have positively impacted each corner of our county. Help your community by making a tax-deductible donation to the Tuscarawas County Community Foundation today.
Hope you're enjoying Sports Talk here on TV2. Coming up next is Medical Minutes. We bring in a variety of local experts to talk about health topics. All on Medical Minutes right after Sports Talk.
With everything always improving, why is our banking falling behind? With monthly service fees and ATMs that take your money right back. Introducing Kasasa. Free hard-working accounts. You'll earn when you bank and earn when you swipe. And get those ATM fees back in your pocket. Free checking with rewards. Carried locally at First Federal Community Bank. Do you, Kasasa?
You're watching TV2 Sports Talk on DMG Channel 2 from Time Warner Cable. I'm Bill Morgan. We're focused on Central Catholic Saints basketball this week. The boys team winning a district championship over the weekend. The first time the Saints have accomplished that since 1996. Joined by a couple of more of the Saints seniors, certainly helping the team to accomplish that goal. Jay O'Donnell and Michael Teeter. And Jay, we'll begin with you. You had a great first half in terms of scoring on Saturday. Not something really that you're designed to do. Not that you can't do it, but your role is something different on this team. When did you know in that first half you might have to pick it up a little bit from the scoring perspective?
I knew from Wednesday's game, Malvern played me where they would sag off 10 feet, protect the paint, focus on doubling down in the post. And Highland came out with the same type of plan. It gave me the opportunity to shoot some open shots and try to attack the paint and look to score because they were shutting guys down like Teeter and Mitch.
When you talk about getting those opportunities and a game of that level, it's the district championship. If you win, you go on to the Sweet 16. If you don't, you go home. Something that in strange and controversial fashion happened a year ago. How challenging was it? Does it get you nervous when you're in those situations?
I'm not too nervous because I'm often not put in those situations. So I was all week of practice, I was told that you're going to make shots come Saturday when you have the opportunity by my coaches and teammates. They did a great job preparing me for the opportunities I was going to see. And so when I was faced with those opportunities, I luckily put the ball in the basket.
I don't think there was a whole lot of luck involved. He did a great job on Saturday afternoon. TCC senior Jay O'Donnell and Michael Teeter. And Michael, I guess before we dive into your contributions to the team this year, people who follow high school sports in our area pretty aware that you've had an injury-plagued high school career. You're a talented athlete in a number of different sports. When you broke your leg last summer, do you think, here I go again? How do you mentally overcome stuff like that?
Like you said, I've been through a couple injuries before, and I just knew that it was just another block in the road, another step I needed to overcome to, be where I wanted to be. I think it definitely helped me mature. It just helped me grow stronger and in my battle against adversity, and I think I'm a better person, a better player because of it.
In knocking off Highland, when you guys played them at their place, which you guys got a win there as well, you guys struggled a little bit with free throw shooting. That's something you guys didn't do in the district championship game. You sort of led that charge. How pressure-packed is that scenario? You're sitting there in a district championship game trying to knock down those free throws in key situations.
We've been in a few close games all year, and of course it's on a bigger stage, but really it just goes back to what we preach and just in practice and just being able to gather your legs, knock down free throws, and it was just another free throws to me.
Michael Teeter and Jay O'Donnell are our guests as we talk Central Catholic Saints basketball this week on TV2 Sports Talk. Jay, we could talk basketball all day and all night. We got a limited amount of time. I guess tell us about Jay O'Donnell off the floor. Who's your favorite basketball player looking ahead to graduation from TCC in the spring? What will you do in terms of college or going to work?
Favorite basketball player, I'd have to go with Russell Westbrook. The guy just plays with fire. A deserving MVP candidate over Steph Curry and the likes of others. And after
by the way, Teeter just sighed over there. And is he Steph Curry guy?
He is just anti-Russell Westbrook. The dude just doesn't believe in him, and he's wrong. But after school, I plan to attend the University of Dayton and dual major in marketing and entrepreneurship.
It is all a part of what happens with these young men off the floor, certainly success on the floor, and they're going to have success off the floor as well. Michael, who are you lobbying for NBA MVP candidate since you're not a Russell Westbrook fan?
He's not my favorite player, but I really think Steph Curry is the MVP, and they just have there's one of the top records in the NBA, and I think he really deserves how he's been playing.
We talked about how successful you were at the free throw line on Saturday, certainly key in the victory over Highland, and in the course of accomplishing that at the free throw line, you got your 1,000th career point. I know you guys are sort of locked in on team goals, but what was that like? 1,000 points in a high school career, not something too many young men or young women in the high school hoops game accomplished.
It certainly felt great, but just not knowing exactly where I was to getting that. I was just focusing on capturing, like you said, the team goal of a district championship. It did take a backseat to it, but it was just nice reaching that milestone along with the team goal of winning the district championship.
Somebody was thinking ahead because afterwards I saw that Michael Teeter 1,000 point. Who was thinking ahead on that?
I think it was maybe some of the girls in our class or maybe even my mom. I wasn't sure, but if I would have seen that before the game, it certainly would have put a little more pressure on it.
If it was Mom's idea and he doesn't know that, he's in trouble when he gets home today. Michael, let's go off the floor with you like we did with Jay. What lies ahead in your educational future?
Once I graduate from here, I plan on pursuing a career in engineering. And at this point, I have a couple colleges that I want to go to, but I don't have a set point.
Talking Central Catholic Saints basketball, they're headed for the Division IV regionals this week, battling Mogadore in the regional semifinals Tuesday night in Canton. At this point in time, Jay, how much you guys know about Mogadore and what is really a limited amount of practice time because you have the district championship game Saturday, that game Tuesday of this week?
Our coaches do a great job preparing us. Right now we have 2 films that we've been able to watch through an app we've had all year, and we're looking at scouting report like we're going over right now in practice. We got all their top 8 players, plays, what consistencies they do, and we get handed a great full scouting report, and we're supposed to look over that and we'll be prepared.
And Michael, as we close out this part of our show, I guess when you guys sat down with Coach at the beginning of the year, what were some of the goals that you guys set? How close have you guys come to accomplishing those goals?
Definitely up there was the first school in the succession of other goals was getting that district championship, and we knew that wasn't our ultimate goal, but that was the first stepping stone where we wanted to be. And we went on to say we wanted to, after reaching the regionals, win the regional championship and just get as far as we could in Columbus too.
TCC's Michael Teeter and Jay O'Donnell, our guest on TV2 Sports Talk. Our focus this week has been on black and gold basketball as they get ready to head for the regionals in Canton this week to tangle with Mogadore. With the victory, they would advance on to the regional championship game on Friday night against the Louisville St. Thomas Aquinas and Warren JFK winner. Be sure to join us for another edition of TV2 Sports Talk coming up next week on DMG Channel 2.